I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You mean to tell me about to up and move and leave everything in a month and a half, less than a month and a half, and I don't even have a job, not a job offer?
Yeah.
Man, talk about stress, talk about pressure.
Yeah.
The pressure.
What's up, YouTube? And welcome back to our channel, Meet the Teats. My name is Melissa.
And I'm Chris.
And we are the Teats. So we have not done a video together in a while. We're back, and today we're going to be talking about why and how and what are we thinking to relocate to a different state. Yeah.
It gets real.
Yes. It gets really real. The story is so amazing. You can definitely see God moving throughout our story. So,
no doubt.
Who wants to start off? Where should we start?
Well, I will start.
Okay.
So, Melissa and I both had the passion before we even met each other to relocate out of state. My younger years, I thought, Charlotte, places like that, somewhere on the East Coast would be it for me. And Melissa always had a thing for being closer to her family down here in Dallas. It started in 2016.
Yep. We were not married.
We weren't married. We came down as, boyfriend and girlfriend, or, just a...
Yeah, and so, we had to sleep at two separate houses.
We did.
Right?
No, we slept in the same house, but in two different rooms.
Yes.
We came down, and the whole purpose of me coming down with Melissa for Thanksgiving was to ask her father's hand in marriage. Melissa didn't know that this was happening, but I think she might have had some suspicion. I don't know. But talked to her dad. He gave me the seal of approval. Everything was cool. We enjoyed ourselves down here. And I think around that time was where we both said to each other, like, man, I think I can see myself living down here. And, I remember saying that to Melissa, and I think she kind of said the same thing back to me. So go back home, do the day-to-days, ins and outs, and just...
We got married.
Yeah, no, wait, we got engaged.
Right, we got engaged because we were not engaged.
Right, we wasn't even engaged
when we came down here.
Yeah, so
we got engaged, we got married. So many things happened between getting engaged and getting married.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the whole
life.
That's a different video within itself. Life
was crazy.
Yeah,
so we got married, and then it kind of was like in the back of our heads. Like, we didn't wasn't really thinking about it.
It wasn't until after the wedding, and I think it was in April, Easter of 2018.
Yes.
We came down.
April. Yeah.
We came down to visit family again, and so we haven't seen our family down here since the wedding. But we brought our moms with us. I brought my mom. Melissa brought her mom with us. We came, we visited. And Melissa and I said it to each other again. I really can see myself living here.
Wait. You got to go back.
Okay.
You've missed a very, very important part.
Okay.
Remember before we came down?
Got you.
We were praying. We were fasting. Because we were thinking about it. We were like, okay, we want to relocate, but we don't know if this is the right time, if Texas is the right place. So we went on like a fast, and we prayed, we fasted, we prayed before we went to come visit, so that when we came, our minds were clear and we could really listen to what God was saying to us.
Yeah, I remember being on the plane just feeling like, this is it. Just having that good feeling about the move that's to come, but not really sure that it was going to happen as quick as it did. It just got to a point where being back home, we always will love home. Home is home. Milwaukee it made us who we were, So, but things back home just got rough. As far as like just everyday life, my work life, or one of those things is just, being in the trades back home is just like, you're working good and then you get laid off and you gotta go find like a little side job or a side hustle or whatever just to keep afloat. just kind of got old. We got old real fast, and I was looking for a change of pace. Melissa was looking for a change of pace, so we just needed a fresh new start. Like it was well needed.
So after we kind of said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move to Texas. We got back. We did not know even where to start. We were YouTubing like how to relocate. We were doing all kind of stuff to figure out like how to get this started. And we just realized, okay, if God spoke to us and said, this is what you need to do, He is going to give us the tools, everything we need to actually make it happen. Remember, I was like freaking out and I was trying to like calculate all these numbers together. I was trying to like find all of these companies, like moving companies, and just like trying to figure everything out on paper. And Chris was like, stop. Just stop. And I stopped trying to figure it out on my own. And I just was like, okay, Lord, however you make this happen, we're going to follow you. We're going to trust that you're going to make this happen. When I stopped trying to make it on my own, make it work out on my own, I'm telling you, door after door after door after door after door was open for us.
Yeah.
God made the pathway so clear.
The transition was so smooth.
It was so clear that there was no doubt that this was the right thing for us. There was no doubt that this wasn't supposed to happen. And there was a time like where Chris and I had gotten so confused. We had gotten so confused and we were like back and forth. Well, should we do this? Should we not do this? Well, maybe now is not a good time. Well, we had every excuse in the book.
Yeah.
We just need to go back to the beginning, like back to when God said this is right, or that feeling you had when on the plane, that feeling he had on the plane that was like, this is right. This is the right thing to do.
So when I actually felt like that this was right on the plane, that was in April. And then, things kind of died down after that. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that the transition, this whole move will be as fast as it was. April, we came down for Easter. Mm-hmm. My wife applied for her job where she works currently. Mm-hmm. We was just waiting on pins and needles, like, okay, is she gonna get the job? And me in the process, I was filling out application after application, and I didn't get a thing, which is weird because like I always get a call, I always get interviews.
Yes.
And it was just like, okay, maybe this is not happening.
Yeah.
So
that's when we started getting confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was June 15th, 2018 when my wife had got the job offer where she's working now. So the ball, from that point forward, the ball was rolling.
Yes. It was rolling.
The ball was rolling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so this is God's way of showing us this is it. Well, then you gotta have to provide. But in my flesh, I'm like, this is crazy. You didn't tell me about the up and move and leave everything in a month and a half, less than a month and a half, and I don't even have a job, not a job offer.
Yeah.
Man, talk about stress, talk about pressure. Yeah. The pressure was on.
Yeah.
So, just moving down, and it wasn't until that last week, my birthday weekend, actually, where I just said, you know what, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. When I get to Texas, I'm gonna hit the ground running, because we had to move down here in August, like the first week of August, like August.
Because I started work. So Chris moved here with no job, and talk about stretching, faith driven. Like I promise you, this whole process has grown our faith tremendously. I thought we were going to wait at least 3 years before we moved.
Man, there's some people who try to save up and move. It takes them 5 years.
5 years. I'm like, we need a 3-year plan. Like, we got to plan things out. We got to save this. We got to save that. We got to have this in place. And God was just like, nope.
I'm going to give you a month and a half.
I'm going to give you a month and a half. So, is it possible? Yes.
Yeah.
It's possible only if God says yes. If God says, no, it's not your time, then it's just not your time. And that's for anything, not just relocating. That's for anything. And what we learned the most from this experience, from moving from one state to another in the short amount of time that we did, was that there are no time limits when it comes to God. Our minds, what we can wrap our mind around, we think moving from one state to another takes X amount of months, takes years, whatever. But in God's timing, everything is perfect and everything works out just fine. When he stopped stressing about a job, doors started to open.
We moved down August 2nd. You know, I filled out a bunch of applications the first day I got here. As soon as we got done moving stuff in, I got a job selling cars. And I worked construction basically my whole life. Mm-hmm. I got a job in selling cars within a week. So I tried it out. It wasn't a good fit for me. But then it's just something came knocking on my door that was in my field. And working for a company that's in the construction and the trades industry, so I immediately took it. I mean, the pay was good, and it was just like, you know.
Wait, you did not immediately take it?
I didn't.
He turned it down.
I turned the job down.
He turned the job down. Oh my goodness! You turned the job down.
Right.
And you didn't go right away. You stayed. And then you went back because you was like, something's not right. Remember?
Something wasn't right. And I just didn't feel comfortable with what I was doing. And so I actually called the HR lady and talked to her. And she was perfectly fine with, you know, not even reapplying. Just, okay, you can start on such and such date.
Yes.
I'm like, really?
Yes.
So, got in and been doing good ever since. Well, 5 months in now.
Yeah.
Almost 6.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yep, it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm telling you, God's hand was on every single move that we made. And he just provided every single time. Even to this day.
Even before the move, man, because back home, like I said, like, at times we fell on some hard times after the marriage. After, so I get married. We get married. Right. We get married in August.
Yep.
October come, boom, laid off.
Laid
off,
y'all. Laid off 1 month into the marriage.
1 month into the marriage.
Talk about hard times.
Talk about things being tight.
But the thing is, people think, oh, things are going to crumble. But we held it together. Like, you know, we put whatever we had together. And I'm telling you, every single time when we would budget, God will provide everything that we needed.
And then extra.
And extra.
Date nights, everything extra.
I'm just like, how are we doing this?
I don't know.
And it's only one income. And I'm like, this makes zero sense to me, but we just go roll with it. I'm not going to ask any questions.
It was just like random checks in the mail.
It was random stuff. I'm telling you.
Happening.
People was helping us out. It was just like, it was amazing. And I think we needed those moments to build our faith for this very moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we would have never gone through that,
Mhm.
I think our faith would have been not as strong
Yeah.
to believe that God can move us from one state to another in the short amount of time that he did.
From what I've learned, God want to test you to see what you can do with the very smallest of things before he sets you up for your blessing in the future.
Yeah.
So he's seen that we were good stewards, and as far as financing and just trying to do the right thing, paying our tithes, and things of that nature, and just trying to do the right thing overall. And he saw that we took something small. He blessed us with much greater things, and I still know for a fact that he's not even down with this. So this is really gonna amaze us,
right? Dang. Okay, I see
what's
you.
In the future to come.
I see you, Lord.
But yeah, it's crazy how God works.
Yeah,
it's insane. Like, I never would have thought I'd relocate in a month and a half, and that whole transition was tough for me personally because I moved down, and all of my family is back home in Milwaukee.
Yeah, we miss you guys.
So we miss you, love you all, mom, pops, Carla, Lisa. I miss you all. So.
Bunch. Okay, shout out. We just really doing shout outs right now.
But so it's 5 months, and I can truly say that this was a good decision. This was a good move for us.
Yeah. So if you are looking to relocate or just looking to step out and do what God has called you to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't hesitate. Trust God with the process. Trust God that he will supply all of your needs, and it will come to pass. It truly will. Will it be challenging? Will it be difficult? Yes. Okay. Yes. But that's when your faith needs to be activated, and that's when you need to really, really become faith driven and trust him with the process. All right. So that's all we got for you today. This video was long, but it's a lot we have to say. God is doing amazing things. So thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace.
Peace.